Alright, so today's push day. Got here a little bit later, so got lucky enough that I'm actually able to, I got space to record basically. But, still working on getting the whole day uploaded. It's my bad. But I'm almost done with that. I actually think I'm on the last part of that. So, yeah. But yeah, I'll get that uploaded. I'll get the full day at least uploaded later tonight, but then I have the partial leg day, and then I have yesterday's posing crap. So, I mean, it's not crap, but posing stuff to go through. So, anyway, but yeah, so today's push day. I already did one set of this just because I was locked in, so I just went from like warming up to, I tested it out 185, so take the 10 off that's on right now and you have 85. So I tested out that. I only did like a rep of it. I was like, okay, I could probably go heavier. And then I started like the ego lifter in me that has been dormant for a while was like, maybe I should, I could probably do 225. And I did a test rep, I think, of, I did one like test rep of 205 here. I was like, no, I'm gonna keep it here. So then I just went ahead and did my first set of 5. And yeah, so the next set that I'm gonna do is gonna be my second set. So today it'll only look like, per the video, it's only gonna look like I did 3 sets of bench, but I swear I did 4. So anyway, yeah. But yeah, other than that, I think, and it's not important. Yeah, I think that's everything I needed to say, so let's go ahead and get started. There we go. All right. I got lucky because, I'll say I got lucky, but I was paying attention to the microphone. It, like, I don't know what's called, but the sound recorder, the sound reader, basically the thing that displays like what's coming through the microphone and how loud it is. So I was watching that and I was speaking, I mean, as you just saw, but you probably didn't hear anything, or at least much of anything compared to right now. But yeah, the thing on the side wasn't pushed in all the way, so that was my bad. But I got lucky, I was paying attention instead of going through the whole outro thing and not paying attention. But anyway, whew, so push day done. Yeah. Anyway, amazing. Yeah, today was, I mean, great would be an understatement. Amazing would be like more, you know, of an appropriate description. I mean, bench was great. Everything was great. So, yeah. Yeah, not a whole lot to say there. I mean, yeah, everything was great. I think what I'm going to start doing now for the Arsenal strength press or any sort of shoulder press that I use in the future, if I start using a different one, is like, because right now I have it labeled as like machine shoulder press, like 3 to 4 sets of like 8 to 10 or 8 to 12. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the 3 to 4 to just like a nice even 4, and then like underneath it put like a footnote thing, or just add like a dash and be like two outside and then 2 inside. Because like you're less strong here, you're more strong here. So like basically rather than starting here and then working going out, you know, can basically, to me it makes more sense to, you know, start out here and then end here. So doing 2 sets of outside and then doing 2 sets of inside. Which is, you know, what I did today, but yeah, I didn't think about it till I started, well, till I actually got on the machine. I was like, you know what, this would be a good idea. So, but yeah, I used the inside grips to finish off the outside sets, so probably got a couple reps more in with the inside. It's not probably, I did. But yeah, so trying to think of like what else to say, because there's not really much. Bulk is going definitely more than halfway decent, I can at least say that. I mean, I'm obviously, you know, I'm looking bigger, at least to myself, so that's an improvement in my own eyes, literally. You might be wondering, you know, why do single arm this time? So I actually have it labeled in my notes app as either single arm tricep extension or easy bar, so that's why like I've done easy bar on this day as well. But I figured since the last 2 times I've done easy bar push downs, the last 2 like Monday push days, I've done easy bar pushdowns. I figured, you know what? Try some single arm today, see how it feels. So, and I mean, and besides that, there are 3 different variations of single arm I can do, if not more, but 3 that just, off the top of my head. So, I mean, you have your normal overhand or pronated, you have your neutral grip, and then you have your underhand, which is what I did today. So, and then on top of that, you can also turn like sideways like I was doing. You can like turn different ways too, target different things or make it harder or whatnot. You can also do single arm overhead, so I guess that's actually 4. There's probably like a lot more variations that aren't even coming to mind right now, but anyway. So yeah, I figured I'd do single arm today, see how it felt, and I mean, honestly, it felt great. So hey, but yeah, it depends on what like the movement or the exercise is, but in some cases, it's good to like switch it up if you've done something repeatedly, but there are some things that are just, I guess, an indispensable exercise, is the best way to put it. So, or like a non-replaceable exercise is the best way to put it. So, yeah. But yeah, in the case of like a tricep extension, I mean, you have plenty of variations, so it's like, why not switch it up if you've been doing one thing after a while. So, especially if like other parts of your tricep need work, then you definitely should switch it up. If like, your long head is like way bigger than your short head, then you should probably start doing something different, or at least add something in. Just depends on your situation and whatnot. But anyway, yeah, so just, as far as like why I switched it up, give the triceps some different stimulus today. So yeah, that was really it as far as like reasoning. So, but other than that, I think that's really all I got. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for a thickness not push day, pull day. Oh no, well, I'm talking about push day, that's why I thought of push day. But yeah, so getting more depth going that way. So, which, I mean, what I've been doing has been working. I've noticed it, like, whenever I go back and watch clips of the pose down, or like, well, yeah, when I watch clips of like me posing, whether it's a push day, pulls day, or if I'm like practicing, my routine or whatever, like if I ever turn to the side for a moment I'm walking, I'm like, damn, I've gotten pretty thick going that way. So, but yeah, it's a good sign, because that tells me what I'm doing for my thickness biased pull day. So basically, what I mean by that is like upper and middle back is, where the thickness comes in, and then your width is your lats. So that's why the other pull day is a lat biased pull day. So now, I mean, your upper and your middle back are still going to come in to play on certain movements, especially when your lats are getting like tired. Then, that's when your secondary muscles or whatever, or, well, I wouldn't necessarily say weaker muscles in that case, but yeah, I'd say more, I would call them your secondary muscles, like in that movement. That's when those come into play, when you get tired. So, or when that muscle starts getting like pretty tired. So yeah, but that's why, you know, like in that case, that's when you either go lighter or, you know, move on to something else, or, you know, depends on your situation. So, but yeah, so anyway, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for pull day. And as far as right now, I'm not foreseeing anything, so like I don't think interceding would be the right word, but I guess colliding or clashing with that bull day. So yeah, basically I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't see any problems. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for that.